welcome back. I made this swimsuit and I also made an intro, which you're gonna see right now. So I have made some of my own bikinis in the years prior. We're gonna start with the top. I drafted the top from a bikini top that I had already made and also from a regular top that had this one-sided, one-shoulder thing going on, and I also curved the neckline a little bit more. And here is me making the backside. I just made the curve go down more. This is what I ended up sewing, and these are the modifications that I would be doing the next time I'm gonna make this specific top. I moved the strap over a little bit so it would sit more on the side of my front body, and I also made the curve in the back a little bit deeper. Anyway, you're gonna sew all of these lines that I marked, and I also put elastic where I made the pink line. So you can put elastic in all the seams if you want to. It's gonna make it more stable, more secure. But I tend to not go, swimming or like diving, so I don't really need it. But I do suggest the elastic in the bottom. And now, always test your serger with your specific material before you start, because that matters. So now I am flipping the back side inside out through the open holes. The sides and the top should still be open. And I'm doing this because I'm gonna insert it into the front side, because we're gonna make it seamless. Yeah, shake it out. And then I sewed down all the open parts so it would fit inside the front piece more easily. So I simply sewed it down with a top stitch. By the way, all these tips I'm telling you now, I have learned from Edgewater Avenue. And she has a swimmer channel where she makes these seamless swimmer, and she also sells patterns. Maybe I should have bought her pattern, but I just like to mess around on my own. Definitely check her out. I put her link in the doobly-doo. Anyways, now I have inserted it into the front piece, and I'm gonna sew down with an actual straight stitch on my regular sewing machine, because this is a part where you do not need stretch. Alright, now I'm gonna cut off the excess, and I'm gonna wanna make a hole, because now I've just sewn everything together without leaving a hole. I mean, you can leave it previously, but I just sewn down 2 straight stitches so it would secure all the overlocking, and then I seam ripped it so I had a hole to flip the entire thing inside out. There we go. Just checking out my seams. They look acceptable, I guess. Yeah, and now you are left with a tiny little hole that you can either top stitch just with your sewing machine, or you can hand stitch it, which is what I did. And I used some sort of blanket stitch, I think. Well, I just winged it, obviously. Now on to the bottoms. I still had a pattern that I had previously made a couple of years ago, and I just decided to use that, and I'm glad it ended up working. So I just cut those out, and then I'm gonna sew along these lines, and I would suggest you put elastic in the top, because I didn't do it and there's a little bit of gapping. I mean, I don't mind. So I again basted everything together so the overlocking would be easier. I mean, you could also just pin it really well. And here I had thought beforehand, and I made sure to leave a hole in the backside on the top. And here I am flipping it inside out again, and I'm grabbing the piece so that the right sides would match each other, and I'm feeding it through to the back side of the bottom, and I'm gonna pin that all securely, and then I'm gonna sew it down. And then, since I've already left the hole in the top, it's easy peasy. Cut off the excess and flip it inside out, and there we go. Wow. I must say, I felt a little insecure filming this. I don't know why. We should all just love our bodies the way it is. I mean, the way they are. I've been struggling a little bit, but here is me eating ice cream, so I guess I got over it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful summer, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.